All right, welcome to another edition of Outside the Softbox. I'm Greg Sims, and we're here at Tri-Digital World Headquarters again. And we're going to do something that's going to be really kind of crazy. I'm kind of excited to show you guys. And what it is we're going to be doing a portrait of Rachel using a cell phone for light. The cell phone isn't going to take the picture. The cell phone is going to be the illumination for the image. And the idea came from a light painting tool that I've had back in the Stone Age. Before Photoshop, we used these light painting tools. There's Hose Masters, this one's a Light Effects. And basically what it is a color balanced optical spotlight that we can put different scrims and flags and different kits on it and actually shape the light. So what we do is we lock down the studio, close it, keep it really dark inside, open the shutter, paint light, shut the shutter off, and then we would have our image. So it's all a lot of timing and everything. And I thought, I wonder if we could do this with a cell phone. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the same principle, which this was at the time, a couple $1,000s, and we're going to use your existing cell phone right now and see if we can do a portrait of Rachel in our dark room. So we're going to head over into our printing area, and we're going to give that a try. Okay, this is just going to be a really simple setup. We're not going to try to get too crazy. I just want to show you guys what you can do. So you're sitting around your apartment, you're sitting around your house, you're bored to death. Saturday night live is done. You got nothing going on. You got a cell phone and a camera, and possibly if somebody's passed out, that's probably better because he won't be moving. And what we're going to do is we're going to have her sit in a chair. So what we're going to do is we're going to be sitting right. You can just sit right here if you would. And I'm going to cover this monitor because I need it black in here as far as I can get it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to compose an image. So what I'll do, one of the things I forgot to mention in the previous episodes is when we're creating images, I mean for me at least, the first consideration I make is what's going to be in focus and what isn't. So I'm looking at f-stop. My first thing that I do is f-stop. It's always f-stop. Everything else falls around depth of field for me. So on this one, we're going to do this wide open. I want the background to go out of focus. We're going to shut down the lights. I'm going to open up the shutter to probably 20 seconds. I'm shooting at ISO 800, and I think my f-stop's 11. So it's going to be fair. Well, actually, I'm going to do f11. I'm not going to do f2.8. What I'm going to do on the cell phone is we're going to use a flashlight. There's a flashlight app on my iPhone, and basically it's just a white light. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect my fingers from being seen. So I'm just going to get some tape. I'm going to wrap the phone in tape around the edge. Okay, so we're just going to put this tape here. I don't want to cover the lens, I just want to block my fingers from being seen. So we're going to go right around this, like that. Okay, so I just built a little, so now I just have a little, so now my fingers can be in there. Okay, what we're going to set up on our aperture, we're going to set it at, and you can vary, this will vary depending on what you want to do. We got 20 seconds, f13, okay? And ISO is 800. So what we're going to do is we're going to shut off those lights. It's completely black in here. I'm going to trip the shutter. I'm just going to walk up. Just stay real still, don't blink. Your subject has to stay really still. Cannot move at all. So we can turn on the lights again if you would. So that's our first kind of experiment with it. So it looks a lot like portrait lighting, believe it or not. And that's actually shot with a cell phone. And then we'll take another one and try it with a different streak, but that streak is just the phone being faced right at her. So let's try another one. I'll try a couple of the different, so I'll do some backlighting on her. Okay. So let's try another one to see what happens. I'm going to spend a little more time on her shoulders, do a little more backlighting. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take the shot, we're going to open the exposure. Okay, we're going to light her face, catch lights in the eyes, do a little accent light on her shoulders. I just need to stay out of the image. That's all we really got to do. There it is. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's trippy. That's actually, that is going to be crazy looking stuff folks. Look at that, man. I can't believe it. That is actually...
That is
That's it. That's lighting your portraits with your cell phone when Saturday Night Live goes off the air. So here's a great example of just coming up with an idea to create something different with things you have around the house. You can have a lot of fun with this. A great effect. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can light 2 or 3 people. You can change your ISO. You can have longer exposures. You can light groups. You can walk around the room and put light on different subjects in your room. Really have a lot of fun with it. It's something you can do at night when you're bored. And I would encourage you to have a little bit of fun with that and see what happens. You'll be amazed at what can end up being what you can end up making there. So for Outside the Softbox, I'm Greg Sims, and keep squinting. We'll see you soon.